Happy July 4th and welcome to the House of Elements. My name is Belinda Baez, and I always say welcome to SAS TV. I would never stop saying welcome to SAS TV. I've said welcome to SAS TV for so long. So let's go ahead and we're going to talk about all that. So let's go ahead and get to your general right quick, okay? This is what's going on for you, and I do apologize. I'm going to do an open chant for that. Okay, this is what's going on for you in the month of August. In the month of August, you're going to be worried about a relationship, or you're going to be worried about career. It's screaming about career, okay? After the first 4 days, you're going to be down about something, but any turnarounds will be turnarounds that you've made in your own personal life. Like you make the effort. There's something with career that's starting to slip, okay? So there's going to be some unexpected new things that's coming in for you, okay? New spiritualism, new judgments, the way you look at things, okay? And there is a relationship that's not going to be working out within the next 2 months. There is an individual here, and it's just not going to work out because it sets aside the cards that are running in the opposite direction. So it's talking about this is affecting your job search, or this affecting maybe your performance at work, or it's not even so much your performance at work, how you feel when you go in, what you're thinking about on your way to work. And I do believe it has something to do with this relationship. There are no love changes. There are just decisions to move forward. If you're wanting to know will you be committed in a relationship, I do see a two-sided individual. Now, in your cards, this two-sided individual does not tell all truths, but he's not a bad person. So if you can deal with that, ultimately, I do feel as though there could be something getting close in the month of July, but it's not going to go past 3 months. This two-sided lover, from the past, is what the cards are saying. They are currently trying to come back. When it talks about job search, and it talks about creativity, and it talks about what's best for you, I feel like this is not the time to go into new waters. Your cards are separated in sixes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you're pushing a lot of things away, but you're not pushing them away and keeping them away. That's why your cards are separated in sixes, okay? Because it's like, I ain't dealing with that, and then you think of another thought, I'm not dealing with that. See, that's not the situation. You have to solve it and say, I'm not dealing with that. You have to execute a decision, whether it's to keep or stay. Execute and then say. Because your cards are separated, like I said, in 6, and they have everything to do with how you feel about you. That's the overall picture. How are you feeling in the month of July? That's how you're going to be perceived, and that's how you're going to be acting, as though you're pushing people away. Or some people may say, oh, she's just trying to be funny. It's not that. It's just some things that you're trying to decide upon in what direction. Okay, so the second week goes into career, and it goes into indecision. I do see you looking at that and pushing that away again. But see, those cards are standing together. And the reason those stars are standing together is because there's going to be something good coming out of this. But like I told you at the beginning of your deck, every effort, your fast energies are gone. Every effort that you make has got to be self-willed. You have to be feeling it, being it, seeing it, and pushing forward. Anything half-assed, anything chunked the deuce on immediately will just stay, because you have to make the effort. For some reason, your cards are talking about she has to make these efforts. And I do believe, when I've seen these type of cards 100 times, it's just something, it's just so, as simple as it is, all you got to do is make 2 decisions and watch things start happening. There are too many things that are left wide open. Big ass gaps in your cards. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just a big indecision. Like, you don't like to make decisions. You just rather keep it in the air. But see, in the month of July, you cannot do that. You'll need to bring everything together. So you'll know how everything fits in your life. Like this relationship, it fits for a time frame, but not forever. 3 months says the cost for this relationship. You're watching him. You will not marry this man or go into new beginnings. You'll pick up where you left off. And that situation is always going to be separate. You will never see this situation with this man come together. If you notice what this individual is around, or when he comes around, it just seems like everything is split apart. It's like he splits stuff apart. It's not what it is. What you are sensing is this is not the person that needs to be with you. It's time to let him go. And those type of things. That's why I tell people to pay attention to your life. Pay attention to what's going on, because these are the signs of the times. These are the things in your life that you have to pick up on. This is when your intuitiveness comes in. You have to know, you have to pay attention to your life so you know how God works, so you know how to work it. It'll keep happening until you learn how to work it. And when you learn how to work it, then that's when you come into your own personal power, and all of these things will start coming together. And I do believe in the month of July, those things can happen for you, but let some things go. Let some things go, like execute a decision. When I say execute a decision, I don't want him, Okay, I don't want him. Just don't push it to the side. Put it in your heart, I don't want him, and move forward. Therefore, everything will start running back to you. A decision has been made. It's like pulling in a brick, pulling in a watermelon, pulling in all these heavy things. But all these heavy things you're going to be pulling in the month of July is going to help you. Because if you looked at everything that you gathered, you can look the other way and make them happen for the better. Executing a decision and using it and seeing it, being it, and you see what I'm saying? Use those things and set in a new path, but do them new. So you are familiar with those things. You are familiar with those negative patterns. But you that personal power, that personal effort, you use that to recreate. And you make it easy for you to catch your blessings because you already figured out how to work it. So now you've taken the power and you're working it and it's soaring. That's what I need you to do for the month of July. Okay, just make a decision, drop it and put it in, and it's almost like pulling the rope to the other side of the room and making it work for you. Even if it is letting it go. Even if it is keeping it, let's go ahead and move on that, okay? Traveling towards making decisions. There are offers and presentations on the table. I do not see any new career. I just see you standing up to some things. I see you realizing some things. I see you ending some things. There's a sick aunt coming up within this year for you too. Also, when it talks about those patterns, it's also talking about depression. Once again, we're sitting on things again, and we're thinking about what we want. You have a really nice guy coming in August for you. Figure this month out. You're almost on the end of it. It's almost like there's a little dust on your cards. Meaning it's almost done. And when it's almost done, that last hee-ho or that last hooray, you're going to have to be the one to scream hooray. Nobody else has got to scream it but you. These are your own personal things. This is the last of the hee-ho. Pull it in, put it across the room, make it work for you. Get into your personal power, see it, be it, feel it. I own it. Blessings come in, fast energies, and you start getting the things you want. But you have to keep executing that push and pull. You have to keep executing that push and pull until you figure out that it's only mental and you can do it mentally. And then your intuition picks in, and then you know how to work it. You know how to even help others by the experience. This is a beautiful reading if you get into what I'm trying to tell you. Just exchange, take the bad to the good, make it work for you, learn it, see it, be it, let your blessings come in, all these things you want in career, all these things this is not a time of month to move. Toward the end of August, toward the end of July, the second and third week of July, you're going to be climbing back up the ladder. But the climb is going to be harder if you don't execute and make it this execute, pull it to the other room, grab it, it's executed, drag it to the other room. You're seeing it, feeling it, and you're being it, and it's out the door. You're owning your personal power. That is a decision made. Now you're going to have this plate saying, what am I going to do with this plate? Well, we're going to organize this plate. We're going to organize this plate into love, life, career, and BS. What works for you and what doesn't work for you in life. In love, what works for you and what doesn't work for you. In BS, it just don't work for you. You see what I'm saying? So if we're talking about love, the things you like about it and what you want to change about it. So what we can do is we can look into your cards and know there's a situation at the first 17 days with someone that you just can't push past. Now you want to put that relationship in there, what worked for you and what didn't work for you. It's between you and God and nobody else. And if I were you, I would put what didn't work for me, because that's execution. That is execution in life. You want to mix life and career. Because right now yours is mixing and you don't have it properly organized, and which you will have it properly organized. Put those things two together and you'll see things start wrapping up. And then when this execution style come, boom, 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 you got all your ducks in a row, and now you can sit and watch these new energies come in, because you're blocking yourself with non-decision. You're blocking yourself without executing with accuracy. God bless you. My name is Belen.